Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragalia Foundry. Today's video is going to be my first and hopefully last summoning session on the hunt for Harmony. You know, if you watched my preview video and if you watched my review, either of those, that I really want to get this wyrmprint that is focused on this showcase so I can use it to power up my Eleonora. I like the bow as a weapon type in general. I'm only really missing Valentine's Ezolith and also missing Cerise. Otherwise, I have the bows that I want to use that with, and I'm probably going to get Nefaria from the Dream Summon if everything continues as planned. So on this showcase, I already have Xander. I would love to pick up Laranoa, although she's not our target today. Submerg would be a fun pickup, but I don't really need her. She is a cool dragon. She has some interesting utility though, so I wouldn't mind that. Forest Bonds, that's what we want to get. Floor, I would love to get one of, and I think we should get that along the way if we're lucky. Vojanoi, I need one more to max Unbind, so that wouldn't be bad. Sisters of the Anvil and Egg-Shaped Dreams. Both of these I don't really care for, but I don't have any Egg-Shaped Dreams, obviously, so I'm higher on that. Sisters of the Anvil, I already have one maxed out, so I don't really need that. And then finally, Tiny Dragon Yadas, I wouldn't mind getting either. Now, I'm breaking my own rules here in summoning on the first day this showcase is out. I'm actually recording this on Sunday. The event has just come out, and the main reason is I actually want to be able to grind this event out with some of those gacha wyrmprints, if at all possible. That's easier to do now that wyrmprints stack, and that means that just by using those prints alongside the event ones, you can build up your exploration, or you can build up your paper mache pretty quickly. So last time in the Accursed Archives, I found I didn't need to do that. It actually worked out pretty well where I got to 1 million of the MacGuffins of the thing in the Accursed Archives right at the end of the event. And also by doing it slowly, you get enough items that you can actually get a lot of goodies from the treasure trade. But the main reason I want to do it now is this double recovery and double drop event that's going to be happening for rupees, the double rupees, and then the double drops for IO. That is really valuable to me as a very enfranchised player. I've saved so much honey and I've saved wings for this. I've already spent a lot of my honey, as you can see, it's kind of low, and that's because I already grinded out enough of these orbs to actually max out my Dracoliths. So the main reason I'm going to need this, one is rupees. I need about 10 million rupees. I dismantled a 5-star elemental sword earlier in the year, and that cost me 4.5 million. And I haven't even dismantled the stage 2 swords. Those are going to cost 250,000 each, I think. They're going to cost something like that. That's pretty high. And I also need a ton of this silver material for my dojos. All my dojos are at level 20 now, with my staff dojos at level 23, and then bow is at level 29 and 28. Basically, I have a lot of insignias. I have at least a decent amount of insignias, but I can't level up my dojos very regularly because I'm lacking these silver coins. So I have to do a lot of grinding on double drops if I want to continue to utilize my 4 smith worms. And thankfully, so far, I have been able to utilize them fully. I haven't really had any downtime. But right now my facility level just surpassed 1,000, so it's going to be harder and harder to actually keep those in use. It's going to require a lot more playtime on my part. But with 2 times speed, that is a little easier to do. As for today though, for Forest Bonds, I'm only going to be willing to spend up to 15,000 wyrmite. If we get to that point, we're going to take a break and we're going to maybe revisit this at the end of the showcase. Hopefully we're able to get it before then. You can see I have 10 single summon tickets, so let's get started with those right away. I really hope we're able to get it. It would be cool if we pick up anything else along the way, but that is my main goal. I would love multiple copies, but I don't know that I'm willing to spend that much wyrmite. Even with 30,000 wyrmite, which is basically all that I have, we're looking at a 70% success rate of actually getting this. So it's crazy to me that we're targeting a wyrmprint for once, as at the beginning of the game, that would be pretty much unthinkable. Wyrmprints were not popular at all. Here we're going to get a 4-star though. It's a dragon. It might be that Vojanoi we need. And it is, so every other Vojanoi is going to be some sweet Eldwater for us from now on. Yeah, dual wyrmprints have changed a lot. In my video, I said that I didn't expect them to change people's builds very much. I still think your high dragon wyrmprints, your shapeshift prep, and your event grinding wyrmprints are going to be the way to go. But they do help you meet those HP cutoffs for high dragons a lot easier. And in that sense, I do think that they've had a very big impact. And it makes me realize how few wyrmprints I have in my collection that are actually level 100, especially those from the gacha pool, or that are actually fully built. Nice, we're going to get another 4-star. We're getting pretty lucky on these singles. It's a dagger, it could be Floor. Yep, there she is. So we're off to a great start here. Floor, if we get any more copies, is going to be Eldwater, but she is such an adorable unit. I loved her role in the story, and I'm very excited to actually get to try her out myself. This Palette Punch and Captivating Canvas combination, it seems really effective to me. I'm curious just how quickly we can actually rotate that, but with the Skill Haste, the Paralyzed Punisher, if I promote her. I like her kit. It's simple, but it seems very good. And her being a painter, it's just cute. Her dream was so cute in the story. Alright, really good start so far. Watch us get all the adventurers now that we're going for the wyrmprints, but, you know, knock on wood, I'm hopeful. I'm a little nervous, but hopeful, since I haven't really tried to snipe anything since Cerise. And we did spend around 30,000 wyrmite or vouchers combined to try to get Cerise, and we all know how that went. I'm still going to wait for her on the next gala. Or maybe if they ever do a dream summon where it includes gala units and limited units, then I might consider getting her. But yeah, unfortunately she got away, and so did Ronzel. But I was happy to see so many of you picked up Ronzel. I'm looking forward to playing with you if you're getting ready for High Mercury. My Eleonora should be pretty much good to go for that. So thankfully I was able to max and bind my High Midgard Stormer, and that's going to help me out a lot. Nice, another 4-star. This has to be our best session of singles. It is a dragon. It's a Phoenix. So this is my 11th copy of Phoenix. I have 2 Max Unbound Phoenixes right now, and I'm definitely going to sell this one. I don't know what to do with all these Phoenixes, honestly. I'm still looking at that second Max Unbound copy. It's at level 1, and debating about whether to pull the trigger and sell it. I just don't have an urgent need for Eldwater though, so I haven't really wanted to or needed to. I'm thinking maybe it'd come in handy in the future for trying to auto-battle something or solo something, but it's so rare that you need 2 of the same dragon in this game, generally speaking. In the facility event, I went in with an original plan to use Yuden and use Phoenix and maybe try to fit him into my team for extra player EXP, but you do get that bonus to your points and your score from using a pure water team. That is a way to grind up the exploration more quickly. So I ended up not including him and used a pure water team, stun res team, and we were able to take down the boss really quickly. So I don't know if this experience has been the same for all of you. I haven't put up a video yet talking about the challenge battle just because I don't think it really bears much discussion this time around. I think it's actually pretty straightforward, but I probably will go ahead and show off some of my clears and maybe think of some creative clears or fun clears to do with that. As you can see, we have increased our pity rate, so now we're going to get into our Tenfold summons. We are using our wyrmite. Hopefully we can get some 5-stars right away, and specifically the 5-star we're after. I'm curious, 4 stars looks like. I'm curious what we get here. There's not too many 4 stars in the game that we even need now. 2 daggers, so those are likely Fleur duplicates, but there is some hope that we could get a Fritz, because I don't have Fritz yet, and I don't have Orsum yet either, so daggers are actually kind of nice to see. Of course, the likelihood they're going to be Fleur is very high. We'll go ahead and skip through some of this. There's another Fleur, but 1,000 Eldwater apiece? I mean, I'll take it. Eldwater is a hot commodity. Thankfully, everything else I have started to grind up so significantly that I don't really have a need for it. I max leveled all my characters immediately once I got them last summoning session, so Curran, Kuhai, Lowen, and Marty have enough crystals in reserve to be able to do something like that. I have enough mana that at the Void Battle monthly reset, I'm going to be able to max my mana nodes on basically everyone in my barracks. Here we get Egg-Shaped Dreams, which just as a Cerise and floor print, I'm kind of happy to get one of these. Maybe we'll end up getting some more along the way and get the artwork upgrade. I'm just not crazy about any of these resistance prints that don't go to 25%. I just feel like it's not giving you enough on one print to actually make a big difference for any adventurers in the game. Since everyone has resistances and multiples of 25, it just doesn't really help that much. Here we're gonna get a 5-star though. Hopefully this is going to be our worm print. This would be a great stopping point if we are able to get out here. What's it gonna be? And it is a worm print. Okay, it could be our bow print. Everything else looks like it's a 3-star in this circle, but we get tiny Dragoniatas for our grinding, and just because it's so cute, that's a positive. Orion has been showing up a couple times. That could be a sign of good luck. And some more 3-star dragons. I mean, it could be off focus, but at least there's only one worm print on focus. We're not likely to get faked out by something else, but you know, it could just be a random worm print. That's always a possibility. That's always been the bane of people's existence since the beginning of the game. Here we go. Oh, it is. It's Gale of Beauty. No, this is not what we wanted. Man, I'm more excited for the tiny Dragoniatas than the Gale of Beauty. Hate to say it, but I am not really excited about this worm print anymore compared to earlier in the game when I first saw this come out. Back then, I thought Broken Punisher was an awesome ability just because, you know, breaking is something that happens in every boss fight. At least it has some universal appeal, but enemies are broken for such a short duration that extra damage then isn't going to be too significant most of the time, and then Dragon Time of plus 8%, it sounds good, but you're talking about some extra seconds. It's not like a huge amount of extra time, so I thought this print would be good for raids where Shapeshift Prep is used as a common strategy, but even then, because my existing copy is at level 40, compared to my free worm prints that are at level 100 because they're max unbound, those have always taken priority for me, so we're going to keep summoning though. Luckily that wasn't too far in, so maybe we'll see some more rainbow worm prints today. And if we're not able to do it today, then we'll have to think about whether we want to keep going. We got a 4-star print. We got a 4-star Lance too. That Lance could be Ryozan and that dagger could be Fritz, so at least we have something to be excited about in this circle. And Sisters of the Anvil. That's an Eldwater print for me. Lots of Eldwater. Probably gonna get Fleur though. We'll have to see. One away now, I think. Bellathorna, I'm gonna keep this for my buff time on any buff helpers I want to use. It actually is Ryozan! Awesome! Now I can build Ryozan for all of the endgame because this guy is an absolute tank. And then we get Fleur. Let me show you Ryozan. He is the only adventurer to have a defense buff as their primary skill. That means he can cast this with a very short cooldown, and it goes up to level 3, where I want to say it's like 25% defense, which is just massive. This guy, if you have the Chocolatiers, can just do ridiculous stuff. It's not Julieta level of personal buff, but it is a buff to your whole team. So in that sense, it's insane. And his healing double buff, I think, goes up to level 3, which just provides so much healing for every time you cast one of those defense buffs, mainly because you're casting them so frequently. It's not like a huge heal. But then he has Overdrive Punisher too, so he can be a real pain for bosses when they're in overdrive. This guy is really good. There was a very funny post on Reddit about quadruple Ryozen being the optimal strategy for High Zodiark when it comes out, because if they're using double buff wyrmprints, they can trigger each other's buffs so quickly and so continuously. And I have to say, I kind of think that might be true. I think that might actually be a sick strategy, and they can heal each other. Sweet, we are going to get another 5-star right away. Please be a wyrmprint. It's weird to say, but please. It is a wyrmprint. It could be our bow wyrmprint. Oh, don't be Gale of Beauty again. Please be our bow wyrmprint. Forest Bonds, that's what we're looking for here. I liked Laranoa, I liked Silas, and I liked Luca in the story. How cool that we actually get a story focus on Luca for once. Now the whole cast is actually getting some shine and some exposition, which I really liked about this. And I think it's okay that not every character shows up in every story. I like how they did it this time, where Cerise and Luca really were the stars. I think that's a fine way to do it. Just, it had been a long time without him. And we're gonna get Night Stalker. That's a different sort of bow print, with Hawk's image. Hawk, of course, having 100% freeze res already, so, yeah, we're really gonna enjoy this ability, but at the very least, this 4-strike, once upgraded, it can reach that max of 40%, being on a 5-star wyrmprint, so it's not a horrible wyrmprint, it's just not what we were looking for here. Even on Hawk, I think I would rather get that bow wyrmprint. So, let's go again. We've gotten a lot of spooks today, haven't we? I know a lot of you pointed out about that Naveed pull on Gala Ronzel's showcase, but that didn't really bother me too much. I was just rambling on because we were in singles. I never expect anything out of singles, so that didn't really faze me very much. Here we're going to get Vojinoy again. This guy, if you had any doubt about whether he was on focus, he definitely is. I'll speed through this since I didn't really see anything that's going to be noteworthy for my account. And then we'll look at that wyrmprint we got at the end. Hopefully that is another of the new wyrmprints that can help us grind. Nice, a tiny Dragoniatas. That is going to be helpful. Like I said, I'm on day 1. My facility is not even level 15 yet. And what's it going to be? Yes, it is the new wyrmprint, Egg-Shaped Dreams. I have to remember that name. Of course, I remember the artwork. If we can get a third one, we can then get the new artwork on it too. And I'll probably leave them separated though. For grinding itself, that's better. Until you reach a point where you have enough that you can fill out all your team slots. Then you can start to unbind them and then use those slots for more beneficial gameplay wyrmprints like skill damage and things like that, recovery potency. Alright, so 1 wyrmprint and then 1 dagger. Another Bellathorn. I think that actually brings us to max unbound, or maybe 1 over. Probably no reason to keep more than 1 copy of that wyrmprint. Let's skip through these pretty quickly. We'll look at the 4 stars, and we'll stop and admire any tiny Dragoniatas that we get. Now we've gotten a decent amount of those as well. Sisters of the Anvil is going to be some Eldwater. So unfortunately, 4-star and below doesn't have a lot of value left for us now that we got our 1 Vojinoy and our Floor. It's mainly just Eldwater City here. We're really looking for that 1 5-star, but at least I can say I would be okay with the other 2 5-stars on the showcase. Xander, the 4th 5-star, not as excited about. Hopefully we don't see Xander today. That would be a pretty disappointing pity break. He's already been a pity breaker for me once before, back during Dragon Yule. Then we're going to get a 4-star sword. That could actually be Carl, or that could be Odetta, who we don't have. And of course, those daggers, all going to be Floor, but they could technically be Fritz. And it's going to be Berserker, who we have. Let's keep going. I'll look at these at the end, since I think we've gotten our share of Dragoniatas at this point. And it's a Floor as well. So let's step out for a minute to take a look at our pity rate. Nothing really noteworthy in this circle, and our wyrmite is getting down fairly low now. So our appearance rate is at 5.5%. Hopefully we can get our wyrmprint now. Now is the time. I'm scared that we're not going to be able to get it. If not here, then when? Alright, 5-star. It's going to be 1 and a lot of 4 stars. What's it going to be? It is a dragon. So this could be our new dragon, Mama Chicken, Simurg. I would be okay with it. I like her a lot. I liked her role in the story too. Or it could be another dragon that we need duplicates of. We will find out in a moment. It's going to be Garuda. So this is my second copy of Garuda. Garuda's all over this poll session today. All over this. We got her on Gale of Beauty as well. Garuda isn't bad, but I do have a level 100 High Midgard Swarmer that I've just gotten by playing for free. So it's hard to justify investing heavily into Garuda. I also have a Max Unbound Strabog for my low end that I got last time, and I think that's going to be enough for him. Fireside Gathering is kind of a nice pickup. That's my, I think, second unbinding on Fireside Gathering, or possibly third. Gone up a lot in value now that we have dual wyrmprints. It could be used to bring a 4-star adventurer to Hybernhilda's trial, a 3-star adventurer rather. Alright, so the game actually crashed right after that last summon, so we're back. We've spent over 10,000 wyrmite now, so I'll probably continue only until my next 5-star for today, and then we'll assess where we're at the end of this banner period, or maybe a little sooner if we get enough wyrmite and enough tenfolds from that half anniversary bonus that's still going on. It has been kind of rough. Since we got our Fleur and our Vojanoi, but this is also what we expected. It's always going to be rough to snipe for a specific 5-star. So that is not that much of a surprise. We'll continue to kind of skip through these and stop for the 4 stars. Since at this point, everything other than a Zhao Lei at 3-star is not really going to be an event for me. It's not going to be something I really need. King's Countenance is something I need though. This starts to unbind my King's Countenance. I think it's still just at base, or maybe 1 unbinding. Silk I already have Max Unbound. It's crazy how you just pick up these characters and dragons. You get so many copies. The longer you play this game, it really feels more like a marathon than a sprint, for sure. You feel, definitely, the diminishing returns from summoning, to the point where summoning is more like it's less exciting, like it's more like, oh, it's time to summon again, fingers crossed, like please, be kind, gotcha, but I hope that they can find more ways to make summoning exciting, and I actually think the Dream Ticket is a pretty good way of doing that, even though it's not accessible if you're 100% free to play. At least you aren't going to get disappointed by what you get there. You might get disappointed in the future if you get duplicates, but Unicorn we have maxed out. Wake we already have. More 3-star wyrmprints. We're going to have to take a look at our Eldwater tally after this. Vojanoi. I'm not sure who I actually want to invest in next to promote or to bring to 50 mana nodes. I might just sit on that Eldwater for a while until we see what the next high dragon is going to be. Maybe I will use it for Ieyasu or Hildegard or Halloween at Lausanne. I am building weapons for Halloween at Lausanne, and I built one for Ieyasu already. Okay, some more 4 stars, a print. We haven't seen the event print, the egg-shaped, what was it, the egg-shaped heart? That's not right. Well, if we see it, I'll comment on it, but we haven't seen the Flora and Cerise print in a while. Skip through these. Okay. Juggernaut. Already have him maxed out. We might dip below 10k wyrmite here if we get unlucky. And we might do that anyway if we decide that we are really going to go for this bow print. Looks like we're only going to get a 4-star again in the circle. What's it going to be? A lance. I'm pretty sure I have all the lances now that we got Ryozan. Ryozan might be the highlight, along with Fleur, of the summoning session so far. 3 stars, and what's this? Night Harbinger. And some more 3 stars. And we got our second Ryozan ever. And another Juggernaut for today. So, below 10,000 here. Hopefully we can break our pity, and hopefully it will be the print that we want. If not, our pity rate is taking us really low today. So it looks like only 4 stars unless we get a fake out at the end. And no, it is not a fake out. It is a 4-star wyrmprint. That is unfortunate, you guys. That is pretty unfortunate. Not too unfortunate, though. We're just a little bit on the unlucky side. Not very unlucky or anything. Let's see what we get. Our 4-star print is the Warrioresses. That will actually let me enhance the artwork on it. I do keep these 4-star prints even though I don't use them, and I probably spend way too much water leveling them up. So we're at 6.5% now. Our target has a 0.81% chance of appearing on each of these pulls in the Tenfold. So if we are going to get our target today, not Simurgh. Oh no, why did I click on that? That might lead us to pulling Simurgh, but Forest Bonds. It seems like it's now or never. I mean, we are the odds are very high that we are going to break our pity rate here. And hopefully we can break our pity rate in a pretty grand way. There we go. 5-star. I'm so nervous. It's only going to be 1. It's only ever 1. But it just has to be the right one. It's a bow. It is going to be a bow, so it could be Nefaria, or it could be the new featured bow. Those are the ones I would hope for. Anything else, it's going to be a duplicate. Hopefully it's new. Oh man, I think it's coming up. Must be right after this. What's it going to be? We got her. We got Lara Noah. Alright, that's a good thing, but that's not what we came here for. I'm gonna take a look at her. I want her wyrmprint. Not her. And we get Clyman, and we got another egg-shaped... Yeah, egg-shaped dreams. Lara Noah, a 5-star. I have everything I need to build her out and make her awesome, so... that part excites me. I do have ways to increase her critical rate and make this critical damage really awesome with my Dragonule Jean. I also have the Prince of Dragonule, which would be amazing for her, I think. So I should be excited about her, and I am excited about her, but I really wanted to get that print, you guys. Alright. Looks really cute, though. The model is so cute. The blush under the eyes. Now we only have 7,600 wyrmite left. We can't break our pity rate today. We're going to have to wait for... You know, we really can't break our pity rate even if we get 2 Tenfold summon vouchers. We really got... Unfortunately, in one of our sessions, it took too long to get a 5-star because we had 30,000 wyrmite going into this, and if you break that up into 2 15,000 wyrmite sessions, then, you know, each of those you're guaranteed to get at least 1 5-star, but as things stand, I don't think we can actually get up to a point where we're guaranteed to break our pity rate, and as such, it's not safe to summon now. It's not really safe to summon because we could get into a hole where our pity rate goes up, we're not able to get our 4 responds or any 5-star, so I think that's going to have to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We got Lara Noah, but we also spent a lot of wyrmite in order to get that wyrmprint. And unfortunately, it didn't work out this time. Maybe we'll get better luck in the future. Maybe there will be a Dream Wyrmprint summon or a Dream Wyrmprint ticket. I sure hope so. I would love as many copies of that as I can get. I have some golden keys on hand for it, but extra copies to unbind would be appreciated. 1 copy would be appreciated. Let me know how it went for you. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm sorry it was a little bit low-key, a little bit disappointing today. Not gonna lie, but otherwise, everyone, take care, and I'll see you next time. What's up, everyone? I am back with a surprise addition to this video at the very end. I feel like I didn't want to go out on that somber note. Being disappointed, of course, desire being the root of disappointment. Once I got myself hyped up for that Wyrmprint, I couldn't stop thinking about it for a couple days. I wanted to go for it. And that leading to a tragic outlook, not a tragic event, but a tragic outlook on what was actually a pretty good summoning session. So maybe you could say I'm in the bargaining phase of sadness from that summoning session. But now, after a day has passed, I'm looking at that and thinking, we actually got really lucky there. We got really lucky at the end that we had Eleonora and not a duplicate Xander. That would have been pretty awful. And even though we got those Wyrmprints, at least they're Wyrmprints I didn't have, or ones that I didn't have max unbound. So, not the worst thing in the world. We got Floor, we got Ryozen. And I just want to say, I'm going to try and maintain my positive attitude. Hopefully, we'll be able to get that Wyrmprint one day. If not on this showcase, then maybe there will be a Dream Wyrmprint summon, and I'll actually go for it then. As for this, though, not Slumber Shot, this was so cute and so cool. It came out of nowhere on April 1st. There were some teasers of it, or teases at it on Twitter, but apparently this is a tradition for Side Games. In a lot of their games, they'll do these special events for April Fools. It is a one day only event, and I haven't really done great. I wasn't able to do good on Molassie mode, but I beat Sassy, and I beat Sweet on my first try. So I'm not really a Bullet Hell person or a Toho person, so we're just going to play the easiest difficulty and chill out here while I talk about it and talk about what's come since my summoning session. So on April 1st, we got our Void Battle monthly reset. That was super nice for me, as the rupees from that allowed me to craft Eleonora her 5-star wind bow. So now she has everything she needs, hopefully, to take on High Mercury once that releases. And besides that, I was able to use the mana from the monthly reset to level up and invest in my brand new characters like Eleonora, who I've been putting to good use in the facility event, where she is really fun to play. Some of you commented in my review video that she would also be potentially helpful for Void Agni, and we might assume that Void Agni will inflict stun, since Void Zephyr inflicts sleep. So I think that's another good use case for her potentially. Anyway, just as a character and as a unit, I really like her, so I'm happy to have her, despite maybe not seeming too excited and feeling disappointed about not getting that Wyrmprint. Thank goodness we didn't get a duplicate adventurer like a Xander. We really lucked out ultimately, and our summons were not as bad as I might have felt yesterday. So that is the positive news. In other news, I am really looking forward to the Double Rupee event because I also have elemental weapons I plan to craft for Lowen through the Void Battle, and for my Halloween Elisan, where I just need to do the final stage of that crafting. And also, I might craft some of those anti-Midgard Swarmer or Midgard Swarmer Bane weapons so I can use them on my Vanessa and use her more often, and also on my Yuden and Naveed, since those units have kind of been in retirement since I dismantled my Flame Sword. So all of that I'm really looking forward to this week, hopefully having it be a somewhat quiet week where I can just play the game and enjoy it without too much muss or fuss or stress. I will be making a video to talk about the challenge battle, but thankfully it hasn't been too bad, and if you're struggling now, wait and level up your facility, and I think that you should reach a stage where it will be considerably easier. So for me, that has been the case, and now I'm able to clear Master pretty consistently. Using those grinding prints too, I have been clearing out the event milestones. That has been awesome, and it means I'm going to have some stamina left over for double drops and double IO, which I definitely need. I guess we were able to beat our initial score just a little bit, but we did get hit there. That's all I want to say to add to this video. I hope that you enjoyed Not Slumber Shot. It was a lot of fun for me, and I'm glad that they're doing a one-day only event. It shows how much the devs care about this game, and I love the cuteness, the style, the Not factor. Not is such a good character, and the fact that there's sweet, sassy, and molassy difficulty. What a treat, what a gem. I feel like I don't deserve this as a player, but so it goes. I guess we'll decide whether we're going to summon or not more at the end of the showcase. Hopefully with the half anniversary stuff, and if I buy the dream ticket, we will have enough tenfolds to guarantee ourselves a 5-star. We'll have to wait and see. Otherwise, everyone, once again, take care, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.